I can count with one hand the number of films and TV series that truly left me excited or gave me that wow factor. So, in my eternal quest for good sapphic content, I stumble into this hidden gem on Apple TV. The show imagines a world where we have reached Mars in 1995, long before it was okay or legal to be openly gay. In this alternative reality, the President of the United States is a woman.
I not only failed to tell you the truth, I also failed to protect the men and women serving bravely in our armed forces. I failed to stand up some of our most vulnerable fellow citizens who faced acts of prejudice and discrimination. And I failed someone very close because I was afraid to stand up and tell the truth.
Who also happens to be a closeted lesbian. Let's rewind a bit to understand how we got here in the first place.
The two of you are getting sloppy. You used to be more careful. I thought you had your act together.
Have you been spying on me?
You have to be smarter than this. When we walk into that office, just act the way they're expecting us to.
The year is 1970, and NASA creates a group of women to go to the moon in response to the Soviet Union sending the first woman into space.
You ever flown a jet before?
A couple times.
Right, maybe. I've always wanted to. You're not married?
No.
But you're so pretty.
You sound like my mother.
Yeah, that can't be good.
Among the many characters and storylines, one that stands out is the beautiful and heartbreaking journey of Ellen.
I can't figure out your story.
It's not that complicated.
Your mother's New York Goldman. Your father becomes a pilot in the 20s. He starts his own air freight company in the 30s. After the war, he's a self-made millionaire. You get a pilot license as a teenager. Dad hires you at Cavalier, and you work there until NASA starts looking for female astronauts.
I will not lie to you. I 100% started watching this show for the promise of Jodi Balfour. I knew there was a queer character on the show, and I had a feeling it would be her.
Doesn't make an ounce of sense.
You can't understand why a woman wants to be an astronaut?
I can't understand why Ellen Waverly, heiress, aeronautical engineer, pilot, and now astronaut, is with Larry Wilson.
A NASA astronaut who is forced to hide her sexuality to protect her career.
I missed. Ellen, don't.
For those who don't know, she's actually married in real life to our beautiful Abby Jacobson. However, let me just warn you that if you're only in it for Ellen and her sapphic shenanigans, you'll be waiting around a lot.
I know what I want, and it's not a promotion, and it's not NASA, and it's not any other thing in this world but you, and I don't care who knows it.
Helen, this is not the place.
I don't care anymore. I love you.
I find all the women incredibly intriguing, even the straight ones, and yes, I know, but each of them embarks on a unique and compelling journey. And that is what truly hooked me on this show. All the female characters.
She's not here to make friends, and she's right. I mean, I like all of you, but only one of us is gonna be chosen.
This is most definitely not a lesbian show, but it is a good one with an important queer story to tell. That said, if you love sci-fi with a touch of imagination and a passion for space, this show is for you.
Why does he care so much?
The feds see it as a security risk. If you have a secret, the Russians can use it to blackmail you. He'll be talking to you eventually.
You can't believe this. Isn't lying to the FBI a crime? Am I gonna be committing a felony here?
Yes, you are. It's that, or you can tell him the truth.
Ellen goes under investigation with serious suspicions that the Russians are blackmailing her over a hidden secret.
I'm just gonna say this once, and I want it on the record. You do this, you actually go through with it. This thing that I can't even say out loud. You do this, then you and we're done.
So, to avoid exposure, she agrees to marry Larry, who is also gay.
I love you. There, now it's been said, and I said it because it had to be said, and I know you never would. What you guys are talking about doing, it is important. I know it may not be cool or hip to say that these days, but it is how I feel, and I feel it in my bones. So you do this, we're done.
10 years later, and Ellen is no longer the shy woman we first met. She is a confident, take-charge boss who is absolutely killing it at her job. Then, out of the blue, she gets a package from Pam, a book of poetry with a note asking which poem is about her. Honestly, that is the gayest and most romantic thing. Just your standard and everyday lesbian gesture.
My tongue would shatter before I said a word, if you even looked at me. Oh, look at you. Hi.
That was great. You were great.
Too, I'm wondering how a bartender turns into a poet.
No, you always thought more than you said.
Ellen and Pam's relationship is sweet and full of longing. They want to be together in a wall that keeps them apart. But it is the 1980s now, and maybe their time has finally come.
Well, at some point it just went the other way, and I just talk without thinking.
You still in Texas?
Austin, I heard you moved to the moon.
Yeah, I bought a condo there.
Well, why not? Hi. Hi. Ellen, this is Elise, my partner.
Hi, Elise. I've heard so much about you.
Sometimes it feels like years have passed between their scenes. But trust me, it is worth the wait.
I know what I want, and it's not a promotion, and it's not NASA, and it's not any other thing in this world but you, and I don't care who knows it. I love you. I couldn't say it 10 years ago, and I lost you, but I'm saying it now, and I am ready to do whatever it takes.
I would love to tell you that the show is full of their scenes as a couple and blah blah blah. And even though Ellen's story is an important one, it is more about her personal growth than it is about her sexuality.
The president offered to make me NASA administrator.
Aren't you already doing that?
Permanently.
Wow, that's amazing. Ellen, congratulations. That's really
Crazy, I know. It's not like I'm gonna take it.
I haven't watched season 4 just as yet, and I know that season 5 is on its way.
Yeah, but this is huge.
You make it sound like you want me to take it.
No, it's just, isn't this everything you always wanted?
You're
What I want? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good show, although a long one. Each season has 10 episodes, and every episode is at least an hour long.
Dear Ellen, I'm sorry. You deserve to hear this from me in person, but I don't have the courage for that. You and I owe each other the truth, and the truth is I still love Elise. She and I shared a life together, a life I turned away from because seeing you brought back a rush of old and wonderful feelings, but my heart still belongs to her. I hope you understand. Love, Pam.
This video will most definitely have a second part when the new season comes out.
Your brother, Tom, Shirley, Pam, my family, my sisters, all so that you could get here.
What do you mean, Pam? What are you talking about?
All I was saying was that we've all sacrificed.
Pam left me for Elise.
Forget it. That wasn't my point.
What do you mean Pam sacrificed for me?
But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for watching.
She knew it was her or your career. But you couldn't have both.
Did you tell her to
No,
leave?
of course not. It was her decision.
But you knew about it. And you didn't tell me.
Don't pretend like you're some passive participant in all this.
You lied to me.
Nothing was gonna stop you, Ellen. I knew it and Pam knew it.